King Charles' secret reason for inviting Prince Andrew to Sandringham for Christmas. A royal insider has said that King Charles will invite Prince Andrew to Sandringham for Christmas, despite their battle over Royal Lodge. The monarch has been at loggerheads with his middle brother for months over his palatial pad in Windsor Great Park, even cutting off funding for the estimated £3 million a month security bill. But canny Andrew has reportedly found a mysterious foreign benefactor to safeguard the property, where he lives with ex-wife Sarah Ferguson and the late Queen Elizabeth's corgis, Sandy and Muick. This long-running row has inevitably led to speculation over whether Andrew and Fergie will be snubbed by Charles for the royal family's traditional festive get-together in Norfolk. Hello viewers, please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. However, according to the Ephraim Hardcastle column in the Daily Mail, a reliable source has confirmed that Andrew has been invited to Sandringham but not for the reasons you might expect. Hardcastle writes, "Does Andrew's invitation to Sandringham for Christmas, confirmed by a reliable source, indicate all tensions over his occupation of Royal Lodge have been resolved? Not according to my mole, who says it's merely a demonstration of the king's commitment to keeping his brother in the family fold." Charles has another reason to look after Andrew. He gave an undertaking to the late Queen to look after him, aware that he is thinner-skinned than his bombastic facade admits. The columnist goes on to say that Charles has tried to be good to his word, despite cutting Andrew off financially with his £1 a year allowance also reported to have been stopped. Hardcastle writes, security arrangements were revised only after careful consultation, as was his financial support. The king, despite the headlines, has no wish to humiliate his one-time spare. King Charles ditched his very standoffish persona on advice from Kate Middleton. King Charles III is letting the world see the real him. The leader of the British royal family has said goodbye to his reputation for being very standoffish after a nudge from Kate Middleton to let his guard down. Ahead, what advice the Princess of Wales, 42, gave her father-in-law, the king. Plus, the words of wisdom King Charles gave young Prince William that altered the course of the Prince and Princess of Wales's romance. According to a Life and Style report, Kate gently pushed King Charles to embrace his true nature and let it show. Charles used to seem like a very standoffish guy and he didn't do much to make himself more likable or accessible to the public, a source said. Because she loves spending time with him, they explained, Kate's been giving Charles a little nudge recently to let his guard down and provide the world with a glimpse of the Charles she admires. King Charles listened to the future Queen's advice and told those closest to him that, even at his age, he's still learning lessons from Kate. So, who is the King Charles that Kate looks up to? Someone more relaxed and friendly. While the world may have seen this stiff upper lip royal, the source said, Kate knows Charles as the guy with a silly sense of humor. Around her and the family, Charles is easygoing, eager to listen to stories, and a funny grandfather, they continued. The king's grandchildren include William and Kate's 3 kids, Prince George, 11, Princess Charlotte, 9, and Prince Louis, 6, and Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's son and daughter, Prince Archie, 5, and Princess Lilibet, 3. He's also a step-grandfather to Queen Camilla's own 5 grandchildren. Kate, the insider continued, encouraged King Charles to use those qualities to bond with people. It worked because now he's happy he took her advice. The truth is, behind the scenes, Charles was always pretty down-to-earth, the source went on. For example, he just loves being in nature, which is something he and Kate have in common. He also loves to cook and swim, and he adores his grandchildren. Fighting cancer at the same time drew Kate and Charles closer, they added. Kate was the one comforting Charles at times. But he also really took his royal hat off to just be a supportive father-in-law. Kate's not the only one who has given advice, so has King Charles. When William wanted to leave St Andrew's University after only a few months, as Robert Lacey wrote in Battle of Brothers, his father convinced him to stay, via express. Remember, college is where Kate and William met as new students. They'd see each other in class and on campus because not only did they have the same major, art history, William later switched to geography, but they lived in the same dorm. Had William transferred to another college, he may not have begun dating Kate or eventually marrying her in April 2011. Talk about life-changing advice. Update made to King Charles' funeral plans, and it affects Prince William. Royal funerals are usually planned years in advance, given the complexities which surround such a somber state event. Operation London Bridge was the code name for the late Queen Elizabeth II's funeral in 2022, with each member of the royal family given a different bridge-themed code name. Among the revelations in Robert Hardman's latest version of his biography, Charles III, New King, New Court. The inside story are the surprising updates to the royal family's future funeral plans, including their code names. Speaking on the latest episode of Hello's A Right Royal podcast, Robert said, "The fact is, anything that's going to involve thousands of troops, a large part of the police and all the other services and all the broadcasters and media, you've got to have a few plans." He continued, with Queen Elizabeth II, planning began in earnest for her farewell a good 20 years earlier with what was known as Operation London Bridge. That was the title that the previous Duke of Norfolk gave to the funeral plans for the monarch, with other funeral plans for other members of the family, given different bridge designations. So the Queen Mother, for example, was Operation Tay Bridge, and the Prince of Wales, Charles, was Operation Menai Bridge. Menai Bridge being the bridge between Anglesey and Wales. And so that process has resumed, as one might expect. But it was quite interesting to discover that actually the designation for the monarch remains Operation London Bridge, and for the Prince of Wales is Operation Menai Bridge still. Whereas previously for Prince William, it was Operation Clare Bridge, because Clare Bridge is a famous bridge in Cambridge, and he was the Duke of Cambridge. Robert also explained that for each of Prince William's family members, Menai would be the designated code name for his wife Kate and their 3 children. That would be the plan, that within each family you'd have Menai I, Menai II, Menai III. In the updated version of his new book, Robert also shared his knowledge about the late Queen's diaries and whether the King will reconcile with his youngest son, Prince Harry, in future. King Charles' companion at royal premiere revealed amid Queen Camilla's absence. The King made a solo appearance at the Gladiator II premiere in London on Wednesday. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and drop comments, and most importantly don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.